I do is smoke trees, call me loud head. I'm butter on the bread like part cake. And I am all about me like Joe Ray. I'm in the hood like Dope Day.
Well, I guess it's not live for you, but anyways, I'm not trying to be funny in this one. I'm actually bringing to you a legit news feed today. So recently, I've been doing some in the last 24 hours. I've been doing a lot of research on the Darknet. The Darknet is, for those that don't know, I'm just going to give a brief synopsis. The dark web is basically, it's like 96% of the internet. It makes up most of what people browse on the internet, or what would be. Just slow down a little bit here. It makes up most of the internet content, and most of it is unseen. Most of it is only available through what we call a Tor browser, so you can't access the Darknet on Google Chrome or Firefox or anything like that. If people are going to access the Darknet, they have to download what's called the Tor browser, and they have to use that to access these websites. What it does is it makes you basically invisible. As invisible as you can be online, if there is ever such a thing as privacy in today's online world. Now, people that would use this service would commonly be politicians or reformists, rebels, treasonous, people who live in very oppressive, not free countries where their speech is not widely accepted by the government, and some of them would be taken down or imprisoned for speaking out on certain government laws and logistics. So they go on the Darknet and they do it anonymously, and people will go on there. We have what's called the black market. The online black market will be found. So anything illegal in the world that's happening online most of it will be found on the Darknet. Now, it's not all bad. There's some actually legit reasons for being on there, which I'm not really going to get into in this video, because this video is about, this is the most interesting one that I found, and the most, just for somebody that, I'm not saying I'm broke, but I'm saying for people that have like a less income, or like, you're not a millionaire, you're not a cash money billionaire like Rick Ross, you're looking for ways to make money and up your finances. Well, this is not the way to do it. But what they're saying right now is that there's this, they won't call it what it is, but it's basically it's a money laundering, I think it's a money laundering scam. So basically what's happening is there's a lot of hackers that are stealing credit cards, transferring over funds to other people, and they're taking a very small percentage of that for themselves. So they're taking what's, would be a cut or a rake of roughly about 8 to 10% of clean, quote unquote, clean cash, and there's no way really to trace it because it's being done anonymously on the Darknet. People are putting videos, and this is why I'm acting out right now against it. People are beginning to put videos of this scam. They won't call it a scam. The ones that are actually participating in it, they're not calling it a scam. They're just calling it free money, or, like those, they'll make up any excuse. So it's, but basically what it is let me just show really quick. Let me just show a quick clip of what I'm talking about.
Good news. I just found a legit website, guys. I am so happy. Now let me show you the process.
Calling themselves the Certified ethical hackers.
Hello, this is Madison Scott and welcome to my channel. So I have decided to make some videos on dark web financial services because as an ethical hacker, I often get questions from my students, friends and family asking me about legitimate websites, and I decided to make some review videos on dark web financial vendors. Before that, I'd like to tell you about myself. I am a certified ethical hacker and I have completed my course through online studies, and the tuition fee was $949. I have knowledge on food printing, system hacking, Trojans and backdoors, social engineering, session hijacking, and many more. Without any further delay, let's get on to the video. Today I will be reviewing Shield Payment. A friend of mine from Spain told me that Shield Payment is paying well. As this is my first video, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I'm very curious to find out. So guys, this is the website called Shield Payment, and I will put its onion link in the video description box below for you guys so you can access this link from your Tor browser to operate this dark web website. So let me show you around the site for a bit.
Now, so as I was introducing in the first part of the video, these types of websites are on the Darknet and can't be accessed by a regular browser. So there's, it's a double-edged sword. Yes, you are basically invisible when you're doing these transactions, but that opens you up quite well to being scammed, to being hacked, to being basically taken advantage of in every way, shape, and form that these people feel they can, because they're doing it without a face and they're doing it without a trace. So if you actually meet a legit person on here, you've gotten very lucky. And on the flip side of that, if you happen to get ripped off, you have nobody to blame but yourself. So I'm not condoning this, I'm just showing this for educational purposes, and to state previous to watching this that I recommend that you don't do this, that you don't take part in these, what I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to say it, this is what I think to be a legit money laundering or extortion scam, and it will be taken down very quickly by the FBI or whoever takes care of this stuff. But I'm just putting the word out there so that you don't end up with time in jail, getting, having your Skrill account shut down or your PayPal account shut down because you were, participating in a known money laundering or extortion scam. And ignorance is not an excuse in these types of situations. And it'll say why right on these websites. It'll actually tell you how they're getting their money. So there's no secret as to what's going on here. Obviously a criminal is not just going to go out and say, oh yeah, I'm going out and I'm blatantly breaking the law. But obviously we can see plain as day that $1,000 US does not cost $99 worth of Bitcoin. So it's obviously being done illegally. So, grandma's not giving up her estate and saying to put all my money on credit cards and give it away to people at 10% of the cost. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is just my opinion, take it as you will, but even for a guy that doesn't have a whole lot of money, I could easily give him $100 worth of Bitcoin and have $1,000 worth of Skrill money or PayPal money in my account within an hour. But I'm not getting involved, and it's just not worth the risk in the long term. It's, I'm not getting involved with these people. So I hope you all will watch this and be able to make your own decision as to how you want to approach. Maybe you will want to do it, maybe you will not want to, but I have no control over anybody but myself, and at this time I'm not interested in participating in a money laundering extortion scam. This is as far as I'll take it. Just basically putting this on my channel. I even get an uneasy feeling in my stomach knowing that people will probably see this and want to take part in it. But that's not the intent of this video. The intent of this video is just to show you that this stuff actually does exist, and you are being manipulated into taking part in legit criminal activity if you want to be involved in this type of situation. So do with it as you may.
Shield Payment is your trusted dark web vendor. Monthly, you can get up to 5,000. This is the About Us section. Here you can learn about payment limitation, profit limitation, encrypted and secured. And wow, look at that, they offer a refund.
Well, look at that, bro. They offer a refund. Gotta be legit now.
Let's find a suitable deal for me. This one's alright, but let's check out some more. Western Union is not suitable for me as I cannot go outside right now. PayPal, my PayPal is actually blocked, so I have to choose from either Visa card fools.
Yeah, and again, it's, you know, she says that her PayPal here is blocked, and I'm not gonna go out and say I know why her PayPal is blocked. I can presume, but that's not a smart thing to do, because I know that things do happen in other terms. Like, for example, my PayPal recently just got placed on hold, and I have not been involved in any criminal activity regarding my PayPal account ever. So, well, not that I can remember anyways, and I've had my PayPal account for many years. That's why I say it like that. I used to be a very snaky person in my early 20s and late teens.
He's a very bad man. He's a very, very bad man.
At which time I do believe I did have the PayPal account. But basically what I'm saying is, recently, as of late, you know, within the last, you know, I don't know, however many years, quite a few years, I've not been involved in any type of criminal activity like that. So, and they've just randomly placed my account on hold until I provide them with receipts of where I'm getting my money from. So, and it's a very small amount of money that I just received off eBay. So they're cracking down on these types of things, and if you don't provide them with the right details, they have a right to either close down your account or withhold giving you those funds that they're claiming to be providing you in this video, leaving you, you know, $100 or more short, depending on how much you choose to go with. So I can imagine that that's certainly a possibility as to why her PayPal account's currently shut down at the moment, why they continue to keep taking down all of her videos off YouTube, and why she has to keep reposting these videos. They're not, you know, you're basically condoning criminal activity by portraying it the way she is in her video. So, you know, hopefully they don't take this one down on me for trying to stand up against this type of thing. You know, credit card fraud is basically what it is. So, let's hear the rest of her bullshit explanation here.
MasterCard fools or Skrill? Skrill $1,000 from 99 BTC. Guys, I'll go for this one, which is Skrill $1,000 for just $99. I'm gonna click on pay with bitcoins. Skrill $1,000 for 99 bitcoin. Check your email after 1 hour. They'll complete the transaction within 1 hour. To do so, I have to fill in my email address.
So in order to make this transaction happen, what they're saying is you have to actually give the supplier not only your email, like a legit email that they can reach you at, whatever you choose that to be, but you also have to give them your Skrill ID so that they can transfer you over the funds. And it's done within an hour, and I've been reading comments and, you know, watching. This is the second video on this one that I've watched, and these transactions actually seem to be going through. So I don't wonder why PayPal and Skrill and places like that are starting to crack down on, you know, checking in different, like sudden influxes of money into your account when you've not had money come into your account in such large amounts for quite some time. I could understand why they would want to be reviewing some of these transactions.
As you can see, they emailed me 57 minutes back a confirmation from Shield Payment. Welcome to Shield Payment. We are so lucky to have a customer like you. We are processing your order. We will transfer to your Skrill within an hour. I'm going to be pausing this video and then log into my Skrill account, and then I will be able to show you if this website is legitimate or not. I really hope that I won't be disappointed in this website, as I got a lot of positive reviews on this from many dark web forums and from Reddit, saying Shield Payment is a great website for where I can do PayPal transfer. Shield Payment is very famous for their PayPal transfer, as they only take 20 minutes to make the transaction complete. So guys, I'm pausing the video now. Hello guys, I'm back to my PC, and you can see I just received 1000 USD from Skrill Payment. This is my Skrill dashboard, and my available balance is $1,009.54. I previously had $9.54. After making the purchase, I now have $1,009.54. Guys, you should use Shield Payment for your financial services. If you need any dark web financial service like Western Union Money Transfer, Skrill, or PayPal Money Transfer, I already got so many reviews on Visa card pulls and MasterCard payments in 2020. This is the list of top clients of Shield Payment. You can see that Zolsins, Groza Alfred, Alfie, Nulls, Karis, and many more. These are the clients who transferred large amounts of bucks from Shield Payment. I'll be signing off, but before that, I'd like to say if you aren't subscribed to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button. If you follow this tutorial, then I could request you to come back and leave a small comment saying whether it worked for you or not. I'll be reading the comments, and I'm eager to know. This isn't a scam because I just did a live test for you guys. Leave this video a big thumbs up, and if you have any queries about dark web, then you can contact me at madison9999@protonmail.com. Bye!
Alright, so we've now taken a look at the offer. It's, you know, $1,000 is a lot of money. And no, it's probably not a scam. I gotta be quite honest with you. It's probably not a scam based off of what I'm seeing in that video. But the reality is that once the money actually hits the account, that's when the problems start to come into play. Especially in accounts where that type of funding is not normally accessible. Like for me, I usually don't have much money in my PayPal account. I never had much money. I think I had a Skrill account one time there in the past for poker, but it never had much money in it. And Western Union would probably, you know, honestly thinking about it, Western Union would probably be the best place to get that type of a transfer, because you would not have to do much. They would not be suspicious, really. I mean, Western Union deals with stuff like that 24/7. They're constantly giving people money orders, and those are harder to trace. Like the reasoning for it, it's just basically you can wire Western Union country to country, and they wouldn't really say too much. But online places like Skrill and PayPal, they tend to have more they have more power they have more stopping power than Western Union. Now, if you went into Western Union every day for, say, I don't know, a week straight and kept getting, you know, $1,500, they might start to become suspicious of that. But ultimately, what it boils down to is this is a moral and ethical issue. I mean, because yes, there's somewhere noted in the first video that I watched. She didn't note it there. She had her video taken down yesterday and had to put it up again. And this time it was a different video. It looked like a different video, anyways, than the one that got taken down yesterday. So I'm kind of at a loss here. Ultimately, you know, it boils down to the answer is still no. I'm not going forward with this. It's very tempting to just give somebody $100 and boom, it's in an hour it turns itself into $1,000. But they definitely have a saying, and I follow the saying. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. It's too good to be true, it probably is. And in this case, turning $100 into $1,000 just by clicking a few buttons and waiting an hour, that's too good to be true. You know, that's, for me, that's too good to be true. So, no, I guess that is a legit receipt. There's so much to be talked about here. I'm sure other people are going to have their opinions too, and I'd love to hear them. But for me, I'm still standing firm on this. As tempting as it is to turn $100 Bitcoin into $1,000 real money in less than an hour, just for clicking a few buttons, providing an email, and providing an account link. Just knowing that it is a money laundering scam, knowing that the money was obtained illegally through credit card hacking, which it does state in another video, this is how they're doing it. I'm literally telling you, this is literally how they're doing it. They're actually hackers. It's a group of hackers that have made their way onto the Darknet and have obtained a bunch of credit card numbers illegally, shifted all that money into a big pile, and are now distributing it out to people, basically like with an invisibility cloak of the Darknet, and saying that, you know, all you need to do is give us this amount of money, and that money obviously that you're giving them is probably clean money. So, and well, once it hits their hands, it's washed, it's clean, it's Bitcoin, it's not traceable, and the money that they send you, it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much untraceable. So, yeah, it's a tough situation. It's definitely an interesting one. Not every day I see something like that, and that's why I'm doing a video on it. I just wanted to portray it, give my thoughts on it, give my views on it. Hopefully my video doesn't get taken down. I understand if it would. But then again, I mean, people are posting news videos all the time. This is not, you know, I'm not in any way, shape, or form condoning people to do this. I'm not encouraging people to try this. I haven't tried it myself. Honestly, I've never even been on the dark web. I was wanting to go on there. I'm looking to go on there, hopefully to purchase a cell phone. But again, the reality of it is that when buying a heavily discounted item anywhere in the world, you know, it's probably hot, quote unquote hot, meaning it's been illegally obtained. And I have to continue to ask myself, is this really something that, and there's always the chance of a scam too. I mean, people are getting scammed left, right, and center on the Darknet. And how are these items obtained? How are these items obtained to be able to sell them at, you know, 25% of the original cost or 50% of the original cost? Probably obtained illegally. You know, why would somebody need such anonymity if it was legal? That's my take on it. I don't know. I'm sure there's more to be looked at. There's probably more to be examined in this situation that I'm not looking at myself. You know, that's pretty much all I have to say on it. I'd love to hear what other people have to say about this too. You know, let me know in the comment section. Have you ever tried doing this type of they call it a money shield transfer. Have you ever, I'm not saying to incriminate yourself. That's not what I'm asking at all, but you know, if you feel comfortable, obviously write something down in the comments. Let me know what your experience has been on the Darknet, money transferring, or getting scammed or something like that. And because it would be nice to it would be nice to not stand alone on this issue. I think that more people need to be aware of this, that people are out there doing these types of things, and they're just basically just treating it so nonchalantly, turning on a light switch or getting a glass of water. Oh yeah, just taking part in a money laundering scam. What else is new? Like, just another day in the life. So people are just, and you really gotta watch. You gotta stand firm in what you believe, or else you will end up getting involved with the wrong people. And this is definitely one of those situations where I just can't foresee myself ever getting involved. Even if they were offering, a larger amount, like even if they were offering 5,000 or 10,000 for 100, it's just not something that I'm interested in taking part in. So, anyways, this is Andrew. You all know me. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, share the video around. And I'm going to continue my research here on the Darknet. I'm going to make my decision if I want to go on the Darknet, if it's even safe to be on the Darknet. I mean, I don't really think it's safe personally to go on there. I think there's too much of a risk versus reward at the moment for me. I don't live alone. I know I have a shared connection with other people. I don't want to compromise the entire house. So I think what I'll do is just, they say you can do it on a public Wi-Fi, like if you want to go to the library or something like that. They say it's even more invisible if you do it that way anyway. So, and you can go on from your cell phone. So if I was, and it's already going to be at a snail pace no matter where you do it, like, because you got to use VPNs and Tor browsers and things that are just dinosaur connection, regardless of how fast your internet connection is. Going on the dark web is always going to be slow. So it doesn't matter where you go on. Obviously, unless you're going on there to do some pretty crazy shit, then you probably want to be more in a more private setting to do that. But for me, if I'm just going on there looking for a cell phone, which is basically my main intent at this point, or just discount electronics, because but then there's always that looming fear that just could not, that it might not work out, or that you may get hacked. They may send you a bugged computer, or a computer with all kinds of weird fucked up shit on it. Like, if you've seen some of these mystery box openings, people have been opening up shit with just the most fucked up shit on these computers and cell phones and things, man. Like, people will just send them images, like terrorists sending images, and that's not even the worst. That's not even the worst thing that people have been sent. People getting killed, like Animalia, like Bestial. Oh my god, like the shit people have been getting sent in these mystery boxes by people on the dark web. So it's definitely an interesting place, I gotta say. It's it's the online version of a real life dark world. Just no laws, no enforcement. Every man for himself. Survival of the fittest, and basically he who has the most money has the most power. I don't know what else to say. So, I guess to sum up the video, Skrill Money Transfer, don't do it. PayPal, Western Union, don't do it. It's not safe. It's I think I've beaten the hell out of this, but my honest God-given opinion, if I'm being honest, if I'm being truthful, is that it's a legit money laundering scam. And if you place yourself in that type of a situation, you may not get caught, but even if they do get caught, you may not get apprehended, but you're aware of it now, and you're aware that you're taking part in a money laundering scam. So if that's something you want to do, be my guest, but I won't be doing it. I want to do it. I want money, but it just feels wrong. Like, it just feels not like walking into a den of lions. Might it be fun? Might it be exciting? Yes, but in the end, am I going to risk my entire life just to say that I've stood in a den of lions and survived the experience for a little bit of credibility? No, I won't do it. And as for actually going on the Darknet, everybody's got their opinion of it. I've got mine. For me, I'm not overly desperate to get on there. I think at some point I may, like some point in the future. But for now, I think I'll just keep to myself. I'll stay on the regular web. I keep thinking risk versus reward. Risk versus reward. How important is it? How important is it that I get on that Darknet? What is my intention? Is it to get a cell phone, or is it to have a war story to tell to my grandkids when I'm 75 years old? Say, your grandpa used to go on the Darknet and do his thing on there, right? Like, that's not what I wanna. That's not worth the risk to me. Now, getting a $500 cell phone for $50, that's a different story. Knowing that it's probably hot, or that you have a high chance of getting scammed, I might want to wait a little bit, because even at $50 or $100, I can't afford to be getting scammed at the moment. It's not something that I need to be putting my investments into. I need smarter investments at the moment. But I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have that reality, and that they can just go on there and they can get scammed. They can lose that 100, they can lose 1,000, they can lose 10,000, and it wouldn't faze them. There's more to it than just money. There's more to it. There's always the chance of getting linked up with criminals. That's not a very good thing. There's a chance of having your identity stolen. There's a chance of being offered illegal merchandise, or merchandise with illegal stuff on it, which is also not good. Not the fact that it's illegal, but it's just devastating. The type of things that we have to see on the Darknet are not things that the normal human should ever have to see or want to see. But you know that if you go on there's a high chance that you are going to see it eventually. And just knowing that, just having that thought in my head, is also something that deters me from wanting to do it. Anyways, I'll leave you all with that for now. There's a lot to think about. Leaves you with something to chew on anyway. And I do have a Darknet playlist. It's called the Darknet Chronicles. If you'd like to go check it out, I've shimmied through about 100 or 200, maybe more, Darknet videos that are currently public on YouTube, and I've put the best ones that I found into a playlist. So if you're interested in that, go check it out now, and I'll leave a link in the description for. I'll leave a link on the page here at the end of the video for that. At the end of the video, a link to subscribe, which will be coming up here shortly. And that's all. That's all I got for now.
It's him. officer down 1980 Park Avenue.